Came down, got a bite to eat, went to Ballarat. Then I went up. It'd been a while since I've been to the town of Darwin. It hasn't changed. But then on the way back, I saw a plane going through Father Crowley. However, it was different. It was not your stereotypical silver U.S. jet. It was black and white, and it left a plume of smoke behind it. So I don't know what that was. It was maybe another country's plane, or what the heck that was. It wasn't your typical plane you see around here.
Well, you're familiar with the movie Top Gun.
Yes.
Okay. So, obviously, that's not reality, but it is. But something like that does happen. There's a lot of training that happens on China Lake Naval Weapons Station. Those flights through the canyon are part of training, right? So, yeah, we see the F-18s, the F-35s. Those are sort of our mainstay. But we see a lot of old stuff. We see a lot of planes that are just trainers.
Yeah.
And we see a lot of really odd birds.
Yeah.
When they were shooting Top Gun 2, which I don't even know when that's going to come out now, but they were doing principal air photography last, I want to say it was like November, December 2019.
Did they shoot it out here?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Or at least some of it, but we saw all kinds of crazy birds in the sky then.
Yeah.
They had some F4s up, and I'm not great with sighting, a lot of the more obscure planes and knowing exactly what they are, but there were a lot of different things that we hadn't seen before.
Sure.
In the air then, and so it could be filming too, because this area is so so many movies are filmed in this area, and especially in Lone Pine. So it could have been a filming, but most likely it was just a trainer.
Yeah.
Although with this airspace is used by some of our allies. The RAF and the RAF Australia do use this airspace. I don't know exactly if they finished the project or not, but they came out with thrust vectoring for the F-18 Super Hornet, and then of course we retrofitted all of our birds with that thrust vectoring. But many of our allies came out to this base to have their F-18s retrofitted with the thrust vectoring, because it really makes it gives them a whole new lease on life. I was reading one article that says basically the thrust vectoring extends the service of the F-18 Super Hornet by another 20 years or so. So, because it was kind of getting into life.
Yeah.
But then they got the thrust vectoring for it, and now it's competitive again.
Wildlife out here.
Yes.
I know maybe you see different wildlife in the Panamints than you will on the desert floor.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess maybe in wintertime you have stuff that comes down. What do you see? What type of wildlife will you see around here at different times of the year?
So at all times of the year, you're going to see your rodents, which are our most common mammal life, right? So we've got pack rats, we've got a mouse. I forget the name of the mouse, and we've got kangaroo rats, which are really quite cute. Then you've got two different types of rabbits. You've got a desert color phase of the cottontail, and then you got the jackrabbits. So those are the most common mammals that you see. But you can see coyotes all year round, although right now they're less scarce than they have been in the past.
Less scarce or more scarce?
Less.
Okay.
More scarce.
Okay.
Than they have been in the past.
Because of the heat?
No. We had a really big problem a few years ago, where coyotes had learned to scavenge from cars, and they were stepping right out in front of cars to stop them. Maybe some didn't stop, but the problem got really bad, and then it kind of just sort of started dwindling and diminishing. Potentially people didn't stop their cars when that coyote stepped out in front.
Yeah.
Also, human food's just not really good for wild animals.
Right.
And so, those animals, because I'd see them when I'd go running in the mornings, those coyotes really looked bad. I mean, they really did not look healthy. So it could be that the whole pack just died, which is really unusual for coyotes. They're actually really resilient creatures. They have all of these amazing survival techniques that they can employ, changing pack size and number of breeding pairs, and they're amazing animals. But right now, we're not seeing them. We can hear them, but we're not seeing them, which is good because it just got so bad.
Well, several years ago I was here, and I never stay out there on the edge because that's where the animals may come in. So I stay like a row back. And there was a Belgian couple who they were grilling meat, and here came a couple of coyotes. And so I took some stones, started throwing them at the coyotes, and they were trying to get them to come up. And they said, don't throw rocks at the puppies. We want to feed them. I said, those are not puppies, those are coyotes. And they'll take the food out of your mouth, and they won't care if you're there. And they said, well, what makes you say that? I said, look at them. There's no food out there. And they looked like they were emaciated. Okay.
Yeah.
They were starving. I said, they will do whatever they can to take that food out of your mouth if you let them get close. And they said, okay, I believe you. And it's not good.
No.
You don't want them around here.
It's really not. I mean, I do. I actually want them around here, but I don't want them eating human food.
Correct.
I don't want them seeing humans as a food source.
Yep.
I want them around here because they eat a lot of rodentia, and they eat those rabbits.
Yeah.
And, there are years where the rabbits get so bad that our whole property smells like rabbit urine.
Yeah, but you don't want them to come to the
I don't want
them and get into the campground.
Right. I don't want people feeding them. It's not good for them. I love coyotes. I think they're amazing creatures, and they have a really important role in our ecosystem. They should fulfill that role. If they don't fulfill that role, it's bad for the whole desert.
That's correct.
And we see the same thing with roadrunners. Occasionally, we'll have roadrunner populations here, but unfortunately, people feed them, and then it throws everything all out of balance, and then we end up losing all the roadrunners. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing sadder than seeing a roadrunner get hit by a car. That should never happen.
Yeah. You never see it in the cartoon, do you?
Nope. And that coyote never gets that roadrunner, and that is for truth, unless their population gets larger than the carrying capacity of the land, and that's what happens out here.
Exactly. Well, Ben, you've got your dinner crowd coming in again.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and part. I'm going to let you tell the listeners out there the website, how to get here, what you have, how to book it. Go ahead.
All right. So the easiest website to remember is www.deathvalley.com. That, if you click any of the accommodation pages, that will take you over to our main website, which is www.panamantsprings.com. We are on Facebook and Instagram, but our website is the best way to book with us. We've got pictures of the rooms. We've got the various accommodation types there, and then we also have our phone number there for making phone reservations. As we talked about before, phone's not really great for working, so try to make your reservation online first. But if you need help or you need to book a campsite, give us a holler at area code 775-482-7680. That's 775-482-7680. And yeah, if you like desert spaces, or just intrigued by the possibility that you might like desert spaces, come out to the Death Valley region. This entire region is amazing. It's got so much stuff in it, and we're kind of the small, more boutique, rustic type offering that's not like as busy. We don't have as much congestion, and people. It's smaller and more authentic feeling. You get some personal attention, and me and my staff, what drives us is actually helping you enjoy the desert in the way that's right for you, because there's so many different ways to enjoy the desert.
Dear listeners, he speaks the truth. I've been coming out here for 30 years. This is the only place I consider staying. Give it a try. I think you'll enjoy it. Ben Castle, thank you very much.
Thank you, James.
Well, that's it. We're done. JamesStrongShow@hotmail.com. That's the email address. Send me your email address. I will go ahead and send you a link to the podcast. And upon publication, that's the best way to listen to it. Download it and listen to it at your leisure. Or go ahead and access any place you get podcasts. And I'm there. Until next time, this is James Strong saying adios.